conceptually, network marketing makes sense. You have this product, you can share it with other people, make a retail profit, build a team, no limit to the size of your team. It made sense to me. And clearly, if you're here in this room, it makes sense to you, right? Yeah. The business is very simple. There's two things that drive income: customers and business builders. If we bare bones simplify network marketing and we strip away all the things, what do? We do two things. We get customers and we get reps. That's it. That's all we do. There's nothing else. But then we got to do things afterwards to keep those customers and to keep those reps. So, there's a lot of training that's done on how to go get people. But what about how to keep people? Constant, clear communication, both with your reps as well as with your customers. How long do I stay connected to Jeff? For like first week and then I'm done? For good. And don't be this person, please. I get Jeff on auto ship because I'm smart. He's loving the products. He's losing weight. He's feeling great. I'm like, I got him forever. So I start to ignore him over time. And then 7, 8, 9 months later, he cancels his auto ship. And then all of a sudden, guess what? I give him a phone call. Hey, man, I see you canceled your auto ship. He's like, bro, I haven't heard from you in 5 months. Don't be that guy or girl that you call. You ain't going to get him back if you haven't talked to him in months, and now you're only calling because you realize that they canceled their auto ship. You want to keep your customers, and the key to keeping customers is constant, ongoing communication. After they've purchased the product, you want to show people through your actions how much you care. Stop looking at people like they have a dollar sign tattooed to their forehead. And then with reps, I bring somebody on, they sign up. I mean, have you guys ever signed up anybody that didn't do anything? What is wrong with people? I mean, it's so ridiculous. I can understand if you signed up as a customer, but you signed up as a distributor and you're sitting there and you never lift a damn finger. That drives me bananas. Wait a minute. I have to pick up the phone and talk to somebody. You just talked to your mom 10 minutes ago. Now you're afraid to talk to your friend about this cool business that you're involved in? But what if they're not my friend anymore? Well, if they're not your friend because you bring them a network marketing business, they're not your friend anyhow. They don't even have to buy a product from you. You don't need to guilt trip them into it. If they buy it because they want it, because there's a need for them, cool. They don't have to join you in the business, but at least they can cheer you on at the finish line. Not my college roommates, my 2 college roommates. I'm starting my network marketing business. These guys, I'd come home, we lived in this apartment, and I'd be, like back in the day, we worked out of a training center, so I worked out of an office, and then I would come home at night, so I'd leave early, come home, it was like, that's just how we did it back in the day. It wasn't really a home-based business. They'd be sitting there in front of a television screen's this big, the TV's that deep, sitting on a piano bench, playing Zelda. I walk in. Are you rich yet? I come in the next day. Are you a millionaire yet? I come the next day. How's your pyramid? You ever see a little person get pissed? Both of them were like 6'1", 6'2". They could smoke me. But I went psycho. I start throwing stuff, literally, not even joking, down the stairs, out the windows. I didn't touch their surfboards. They were freaked out. They both left, went to their girlfriends or wherever they went. One guy I didn't talk to for like 4 years. The other guy I never talked to again. And it was one of the most liberating days of my life, getting rid of the lead weights in your life. You need to, every single day, get busy. And if you have any single day in your life where you show up to spend any time in your business and you don't reach out to at least one new person that day, you're a bench warmer. Amen. I know some of you are like, is he talking about me? Look, I know this game. I've been doing this. I've been eating, breathing, drinking, sleeping network marketing for 36 years. I had a guy, and I'll never forget this. This guy calls me October 15th of 2016. And he's like, calls me up, he's like, hey, Todd. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? He's like, I'm like, you sound depressed. He's like, yeah, what's good out there? What do you think he's asking me? What's the hottest thing? And I'm like, well, bro, before we get into what's good out there, like, let's talk about you and your attitude. You still with the same company? He's like, yeah. Like, how long you been there? He's like, 10 years. I met him on a cruise ship many years before that. And he's like, I'm like, okay, whoa. So you want me to help you? He's like, yeah, I do. And he just had this depressing sound. And I'm like, well, let me ask you a question. I go, how many people have you recruited this year personally, frontline? He's like, well, how many people joined my team? I wanted to choke him through the phone. How many people did you personally recruit this year? Well, I don't really know. I'm like, bro, dude, seriously? Like, you don't need to give me the exact number. Is it 57, 140, 0? What is it? He's like, well, like 4. I'm like, dude, it's 10 and a half freaking months into the year, and you put 4 people in the business? I already know the answer. I knew the answer before he gave me the answer. I'm like, okay. I'm like, how long have you been in the business? He's like, 10 years. I'm like, how many people do you think you recruited in 10 years? He's like, you mean how many total on the team? I'm like, I'm going to punch you in the face now. How many people in 10 years have you recruited into the business? Give or take. Give me like a round number. It doesn't have to be the exact figure. It's like, well, I don't know, like 40. I'm not even good at math, but that math don't work out. 40 people in 10 years? I'm like, are you full-time? He's like, yeah, I'm full-time. Okay, so do you have any other jobs or business or anything else? Or do you got anything else going on? He's like, no, this is it. Okay, cool. How many hours a day or how many hours a week do you average on and in your business? Be real with me. He's like, well, I don't know, 10, 15. Now I want to knock him out. You're a full-time network marketer with nothing else going on, and you work 10 to 15 hours a week. That's my day. But you know what? By the way, next time somebody comes to you in your downline, because they will, and like, it's not working for me. I'm going to quit. I'm going to go see if the grass is greener over there. The grass is greener where you water it. When they say, I'm giving up, ask them this question, well, what have you done lately? You know what the answer is? Always not enough. That's always the answer. 100% of the time, well, not enough. So you're now mad at the lack of the results from the work that you never did. It's not some secret script. Hey, man, do you keep your options open at all in terms of making money outside of what you're currently doing? By the way, that's a great peak interest question. My question to you is, what are you doing to get good? I mean, think about things that you're good at. Were you instantly an expert at it? This is one of the things that drives me nuts. Oh, I want to get good. I'm like, cool, what are you doing to get good? Well, I'm doing it. Yeah, you can get good by doing it. Do you practice? Do you study others? Do you model others? Do you take courses? I just wanted somebody to tell me the damn truth. What do I have to do to be successful here? You're never going to be perfect. Striving for perfection, always wanting to get better, but you're never going to be perfect. I mean, there's going to be, I've already done it. There'll be multiple times today. I'm on stage. And I just have to go, and then do it again. Some of you guys aren't even old enough to know that's like an album backwards. And you guys are like, what's an album? Is that like an MP3? Paul is dead, Paul is dead, Paul is dead. The Beatles' White Album? Gosh, man, bring back the albums. I miss the good old days. You know what? The damn telephones have, it's so funny. People are like, these things don't work anymore. People don't want to talk on the phone. Well, if you call them, they will. Most people simply aren't doing the work. That's the reason they're not getting paid. Maybe you went into management mode. You know what I call, here's one of the biggest mistakes people make in this business. And I have a very nice phrase for it. It's kind of sweet. The moment you go from personal recruiting and customer acquisition to hopping on Zooms and being the cool person and hanging out and saying hi and be the person that shows up and you haven't recruited anybody for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year because you got the team, you've made some, but you thought you made it. I've made it. You didn't make it yet. That's called the kiss of death in network marketing. The moment you go from personal production to only working with people on your team. And you know what? I see it happen all the time. I've been teaching this concept for over 20 years. And people do it all the time. You know what? Is it easier to recruit at 50 grand a month or your first one? At 50 grand a month, you got 50 G's a month coming in. You're like, yeah, I know this stuff works, man. Hey, look, I got this business. You should come on and let's run. Versus like, hey man, I just click. I did that before caller ID. I'm not even kidding. I was just gathered myself. Pick up the phone. Hey, John, what's up, man? He goes, did you just call me? I'm like, What? No, I didn't call you. Yeah, you can't get away with that crap anymore, man. They got caller ID. Why'd you call them 17 times? Dude, is it an emergency? And you know what? You don't have to be the expert when you're brand new. You're like, hey, man, Susan, I'm scared to death. I just started this thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but it looks pretty cool. If I sent you this video, would you do me a favor and just take a look at it and give me your feedback? Never should a day pass without doing some kind of revenue-producing activity. Ever. Ever, ever. About 6 years ago, I was on this, I got invited to be on this radio show. I get invited to be on people's podcasts and stuff. And so it was this radio show, and they wanted to talk to somebody who had years of experience in network marketing, successful. So they vetted me, I vetted them. I get on the show, we're about 10 minutes into the interview. And the guy says to me, he goes, what's the one reason why you've not had a financial implosion in 30 years? I got to know. I mean, because this business can be volatile. There's ups and downs, man. There's good times and bad times. Teams leave, things, you got to rebuild. So, I mean, wouldn't it be cool if everybody stayed forever? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. The world doesn't work that way. And you already know that. So stop acting like you think they're going to. It just is what it is. And he says, what's the one reason? I said, I can't answer your question because the way you asked it. I said, but I know the answer. I go, it's two reasons. I go, number one, I never, ever let a single day pass without doing some type of new revenue-producing activity. Ever. If I spend 1 minute in my business today, that 1 minute will be a new reach out. I never let a single day pass without doing some type of revenue-producing activity. You need to do this starting today. Every single day, when you wrap up your day, when you're done, you need to go look in the mirror and say, would I hire me? What did I produce today? Here's another one. I haven't pulled this one out on stage in a while. Draw a little box right now on a piece of paper if you're taking notes. Just a little square. Little square. Little square. You know, about that big. In the square, I want you to write a number. How many new people have you talked to in the last 24 hours? Oh, Todd, I've been traveling. They don't have a phone in the airport? You couldn't be on the phone on the Uber ride over? In your hotel? I'm just so busy. Man, if you had a little mini-me on your shoulder and I'm watching you, how much downtime do you have? You're sitting there thinking about it and pondering to pontificate that you might want to maybe potentially one day do something. How many new people? Here's what and by the way, this is not a number. Be honest with yourself. Write the number down. If it's a zero, if it's a donut hole, you ain't doing enough. I got a little phrase that I've been doing this for 20 years. Double digits a day keep the commission checks on their way. You guys, so he asked me that question. And he says, I go, dude, never, ever does a single day pass without me doing some new revenue producing activity. Because that's the name of the game. That's where the rubber meets the road, you guys. Nothing else matters. Nothing. You know, relationships are like plants. They need to be watered, fertilized, tended to in order to bear fruit. If the only time you reach out to somebody is when you want something, you're never going to get it. I want you to go into a bank that you don't have an account in. I want you to walk up to the teller and say, I'd like to make, now, I'm at Bank of America. I don't have any Wells Fargo money there. I'm going to walk into Wells Fargo. I'm going to say, hey, I'd like to make a withdrawal. And she's going to go, great, what's your account number? I'm like, I don't have an account. She's going to go, oh, are you robbing us? No. I just want to make a withdrawal. She's, look, honey, let me tell you, first of all, you got to create an account. We'll give you an account number. You put money in the account, and you can withdraw the amount of funds that are in the account. That's how it works. We all know how it works, right? How can you make a withdrawal from an empty relationship account that you've deposited nothing into? I don't have anybody on my phone, right? I don't have their first name and their last name. And if you're not a family member or a tight friend, I got notes on you. Where we met, how we met, who referred you to me, what we talked about. That should, if you guys are professional networkers, from this point forward, in fact, go like this. Repeat after me. I solemnly swear that from this day forward, I will never put a name in my phone without having notes on them. Okay, now you solemnly swore. I don't know if did I do that right? I don't know. But how can you get lucky if your line's never in the water? You can't ever get lucky. You have to have your line in the water. And you know what? Your biggest breakthrough, your biggest fish could be the next reach out. Never stop casting. You know what? I've met so many network marketers who got in, were all fired up, got excited, started to build a check, and then got a little too comfortable, and then they stepped away from it for too long, and then it's like, oh, I don't know if I got it anymore. I can't tell you how many people that have made 6 and 7 figures that I've had to coach off of the virtual ledge because they stopped recruiting. And if you never stop recruiting, you never have to worry about whether you still got it or not. You guys, this business works when you do. You know, I think there's a lot of similarities between fishing and prospecting. So I love to fish, okay? And so some of you guys are, your biggest victory is so much closer than you think. It's not that this business is hard work, right? How many of you think this business takes a little bit of work, right? Takes a little bit of time, effort, and energy. They either never put their line in the water or they quit too soon. How about the distributor who signs up and they never even make a single call? Anybody ever have that happen in your organization? Yep. They signed up like, I'm ready to go do some business, and then they never do anything. So I got to share something with you. Last Sunday, I'm at my river property, and we have about 1,000 feet of riverfront. And just to my right shoulder, about 300 yards up the river turns. Now, I've been fishing this one spot for 22 years. I'm not even exaggerating, 22 years of casting and casting and casting. I mean, casting to where my arm is tired and I just want to quit. I had not hooked a fish for 22 years. This is last Sunday on my wife's birthday. The third cast, wham! I'm like, I know that's not a rock. It feels like a rock, but I know, and I was like, God, please let me get this fish in. And like my wife's down around the corner behind this bush tanning herself, and I'm just like, God, I'm all by myself. I'm like, please, let me get this one in. I'm like gently bringing it in. It gets into the rocks, and I take this steelhead and I chuck it up on the beach. I'm just like, I'm crying. My eyes are watering. I'm like, oh my goodness, I finally did it. It was her birthday, so I come lugging up to behind the bush. She can't see me, and it's her birthday. I was like, baby, happy birthday. And she's like, thanks. And I roll around the corner, and she's just like, you caught one. 22 years, hundreds of hours, thousands of casts. Do we see a little similarity with some of where we might be in network marketing? Yeah. Now, 3 years ago, this is my youngest son. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This little bugger, we get to the property at 3:30 in the afternoon. He's like, Dad, you want to go throw some spoons? I'm like, yeah. So we walk up to the same spot. I'm here. He's upstream a little bit. I cast, reel in, cast, reel in. He casts. And he's like, Dad, I think I got one. And I'm like, I look at his rod and it's bent over like this. I'm like, dude, did you hook a rock already? Because it's bouldery out there. And if you don't reel it in fast enough, it's going to hook on the bottom. I'm like, seriously? I got to walk all the way back and get another spoon for you? He's like, and then all of a sudden the rod goes like this. I'm like, oh, that's a fish. And I go, that's not a bass. Because we have been bass fishing all summer. I'm like, oh, wait a second. So I'm like, okay, do this. I'm coaching him through the whole thing. Look at that thing and look at the smile on his face. First cast. Very first cast. Like not second, not 4,732 casts. And I wasn't like, I mean, look, some of us like see somebody who's successful and we're like, oh, they're lucky. And maybe that is a little luck, who knows? But you ain't gonna ever get lucky at all if you never put your line in the water. And I mean, look at the smile on his face. He had the biggest, you know what, eating grin I've ever seen. And yeah, that fish is bigger, okay? You just never know which cast is gonna land you the fish, okay? And there's tremendous similarities between prospecting and network marketing and fishing. Your next cast could be your biggest breakthrough. Your job is to never stop casting. Or to, at the very least, first of all, start casting to begin with. You know who network marketing works for? The people that work it. Isn't that interesting? If you don't work it, you're not going to get paid. If you work it, you'll get paid, but you've got to stop comparing yourself. Can you imagine if I compared myself to my son? I would have quit fishing that day, broke the rods, gave up. I was so happy for him. Can you imagine if that guy was in your downline? Would you be happy or would you break your rod? You'd be like, oh yeah, go catch another one, man. We want people that are like sociable and fun and cool to be. You don't want a bunch of grumpy meanies in your downline, do you? You want somebody who all they do, look, when I started in network marketing, I was taught a lesson, but I'm a little slow sometimes. So I was taught this lesson, work where you're deserved, not where you're needed. So if you got somebody on the team that deserves your time and attention, that's showing up, you work with them, you help them drive depth, you lock arms with them, and the person that's just like, oh, I don't like the color of the box. Like I recruited this guy, Rob Weiner. His first name was Rob. His last name was not Weiner, but I don't remember the guy. I remember his skinny 80s tie and his flesh skin and his 80s hair. And I'm sitting there trying to give Rob CPR, like, it'll be okay. By the way, that's not how you give CPR. Trying to talk him back into it. And when I should have been spending more time with Tom and going to find somebody to replace Rob. But you guys, this business is too good to be sitting on the sidelines, to be a bench warmer. You want to be in the game, and that means having your line in the water. Can you imagine if I just sat there on the side of the river and just looked at the river flowing by? Here's the thing. When you see other people win, I understand. We look at people and sometimes we can get jealous or envious, especially if they catch it on the first cast. Because when you see anybody else win, it is absolutely proof that it is possible. At the end of every day, you should be asking yourself, what did I produce today? I think it was phrased as, would I hire me? And if you can't, at the end of every single day, answer that question with a definitive, absolutely, heck yes, I would hire me, that means that you know in your heart of hearts that you're really not doing the things that you know you ought to be doing. And this whole game, this whole business of network marketing is what? Look, we make it out to be so much more difficult than we need to between our ears. All we do is we talk to people. We share something really cool that we believe in, and if they like it, they'll run with it, and if they don't, we'll go find somebody that will, right? 22 years, first cast. Are you kidding me? And that fish is way bigger than mine, by the way. I don't know whose expression I like better. Mine is clearly shock. I mean, I was trembling. I just think it's so interesting because this is like the definition of what network marketing is. It is exactly like fishing. So, let me just finish with this. I think you should really ought to be thinking about not only am I putting my line in the water, but am I casting to the right prospect? So many times people get into network marketing and they're like, you know what? I'm going to go talk to somebody who needs it. You look at somebody and it's like, oh, and I'm not saying I'm not going to give somebody a fighting chance, but what you should look at yourself and go, I'm a talent scout. If you're going to put together a winning football team, a winning Super Bowl team, what are you going to do? You're going to go get the skinniest dude that's 126 pounds and try to get him out there on the field? No, you're going to go get the most muscular, athletic person. I want you to think about when you leave this weekend, like who's the person I want on my team? What kind of qualities do they exhibit? What do they look like? Where do I find those people? And go fish for the bigger fish. Go talent scout. And I'm going to end with this final thing. Too many people think that only people that need the money do network marketing. People get into network marketing for lots of different reasons, for challenge, for fun, for change. Be a talent scout. Start bringing amazing people. There's already, look at all the amazing people in this room. We want to see this business grow. I thank you guys. Have an amazing day. We'll see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.